Good morning, Synth. How are you doing? Oh, Jesus. This fucking professor, man. She is spamming me by grading all of my assignments for the past 3 weeks. I really hate it when they do that. I really, really hate it when they do that. This, thank you. So, Brandy is tired. My eyes feel weird and I'm having trouble seeing, kind of. My vision's starting to clear up, so I guess that's perks of getting old. I might need glasses soon. Which I knew that was coming, but I wasn't ready for it to come, you know what I mean? Let's see if we can get everything to work here. Looks like we're part of the way there. There we go. So I don't know if you saw, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways. DE released a showcase for Orexia's abilities, the new Warframe. I'm pleasantly surprised and happy to say that I was wrong about her fourth ability, and you can sticky to walls indefinitely. I'm actually pretty happy about that. That one's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm trying to think about what I could do with that because a lot of the wall latch mods and stuff are duration based, not for so long as you're stuck to the wall. So yeah. Yep. But good morning. Hope you're doing well. Um, there we go. Flashbang. Poof. Hello, surprise. Brandy is tired. Depresso is espresso. Usual stuff. So we're kind of just gonna slowly get into it. I'm also gonna just start sliding through music in the playlist too, because I can. Our goal right now is to figure out shading. We're gonna try and figure out shading with this. Because I'm not really sure. Like what I was going to do, which I'm actually going to do right now. What I was going to do is I was going to research shading styles off stream, but I have been busy with schoolwork and being depresso espresso. So this is kind of a thing. We're just gonna have to fly by the seat of our pants. You know. We're just gonna fly by the seat of our pants. Let me bring up a reference. Will this no show off? Is this aha? Yes. Okay. We're going to grab that. We're going to overlay an image here. The image is going to come from what folder? Inspiration. The inspiration folder. I have like 3 inspiration folders, so I really need to take care of that. I would like to complete this soon so I can work. I have an idea for a new project, and also I want to finish the model. Aha! There we go. Fixing it, fixing it, fixing it, fixing it. There we go. Reference image. Hello, Hobbs. How are you doing? How's life treating you? Is everything going well? Love and life. We are struggling as usual, but we keep on keeping on. We keep on keeping on. How are you doing? How's life treating you? You're burnt? How are you? What do you mean burnt? You burnt out or you stood in the sun too long? I don't like how I'm starting to not like how the antenna look. Oh no. They're two. I can fix this. You're burnt. I'm tired. And depresso. My depresso is espresso, but we keep on keeping on. What am I looking for here? Is it this one? No. It is that one. Fabulous. Our plan for the day is to slowly work at art shenanigans because I can. And it will be what it'll be. We're also going to do some cleaning and some touch up work here. Obviously, from the pinned little comment, didn't sleep well again, so I am going to be a little quieter than usual as I turn the tunes again. We're just going to go to my liked songs playlist. Whatever happens, happens. There you go. Make sure everything balances correctly. That looks like it's going to be fine. I'm currently experiencing one of your former country's hottest areas. in Florida currently. I wouldn't say former country since I'm still legally American. Just not going back for a while, especially as I keep checking the news and I keep getting reasons to be depressed. So what happens if we try and thicken this up a bit? Right there is actually fine. We can go back in here and smooth it out. What are you doing in Florida? What are you doing in Florida there, Hobbs? You enjoying Florida? It's one of the few places I've never actually, it's one of the many places actually I've never been in the United States, and I don't plan on going to. So I've always been a little curious. I hear about Florida all the time because apparently that's like one of the big tourist hotspots. But you know. Some places got riots, borderline war crimes, and I'm with the mouse. What do you mean with the mouse? And trust me, I know what you mean with the rest of that. That's why I'm all kinds of scared right now. That's also why I'm a little depressed, because I'm stressed about the future. But Mickey Mouse, you're in Disney, whichever one it is. I don't know the difference between Disneyland and Disney World, and I'm gonna be real, I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered to care all that much because corporate shit. Fucking corpo borpo. Yes, we're gonna do some repairing here real fast. Oh, come on. Work with me here. There she goes. We are, as I've said before, still learning quite a lot, unfortunately. But it is what it is. But, yeah, I've been trying to avoid the news lately because there's not a whole lot I can do to help. And it'll be what it'll be, unfortunately. It'll be what it'll be. So we just make it to tomorrow. Let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. Let me know. Land is a park. World is basically Florida. Like, seriously, I feel like Disney owns this whole area. They got like 5 parks and 2 water parks. I mean, yeah, it is Disney. They got they got all the money in the world. All of it, and they do not much with it, do they? Nope. Almost had that. There. A little bit thicker, a little bit easier. Like, most recent thing I saw on the news was a porter getting hit with rubber bullets. Yep, yeah. But not much to really be done about it. Except to hope for the best. Hope for the best. So that's also why I'm doing art today, is to just kind of de-stress, walk away from what's happening outside right now. Happy times now. Happy times. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. We're almost done with this little art project I've been working on for a couple months. Well, not even a couple months, about a month and a half. So that's nice. That's nice. I had an idea for what to do after this because I like it, but I don't like it, right? Like the line work is too thick. So I've been trying we did our peer review critique thing in computer imaging, right? We did that. And it went pretty well. People really liked mine because mine was basically a bunch of shit posts, which actually I don't think I've showed you guys yet, have I? I don't have the source files on my computer. However, what I can do is I can Bluetooth the image to myself real fast. Receive files. Give me a minute. We're gonna ship. It's this one. Give me a few minutes. Sit at the desktop. Give that a moment. Connection. There it goes. So let that spin for a minute. But we did critique, and people really liked mine. Like the class thought it was genuinely all. We did four images, right? 4 photoshopped images, Everyone thought mine were genuinely really funny and in good humor. So I'm happy to report it was a success. However, I'm also apparently the shit poster of our group, which I'm less happy about. Here we go. We're gonna drop an image. Yeah. You're gonna see some stuff happen for a minute. Desktop downloads. Here we go. Yeah. I keep looking at it and I'm like, damn, this is a whole disaster. You can just see some of the nonsense I was getting up to. So this is the shit posts that I was getting on top of. Let me move that down. There we go. Wow. This is our shit post, and it went really well. The one on the upper, I have a few stories for each of them. The one on the upper left was actually me making fun of the Mona Lisa because one of the examples the professor used was actually Duchamp. I hate Duchamp. He's the worst. But he was showing an example from Duchamp where Duchamp painted a mustache and goatee on the Mona Lisa. And I really hated it, not because I hate that they're making fun of the Mona Lisa. I don't give a shit about the Mona Lisa. I hated it because I didn't think it was going far enough. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to make fun of something like the Mona Lisa, all or nothing, right? So my gag was all the over tourism in the Louvre around the Mona Lisa and stuff, and how people are basically, you can just barely see it in the distance there. People are basically just kind of showing up and not even paying attention really to the history of the Mona Lisa, but rather just kind of digging around. So I had a lot of fun with that. And if you look in the upper left, that is Obama. And if I had the source image, I would send it to you guys because I actually put Waldo in there. As you can see, I put Markiplier in there too. I had a lot of fun with that. This one, the one with Bob Ross here, was just me shitting around. And the professor really liked Bob Ross, and the lady in the background was staring at the Waldo. Yeah, Waldo. Do you not know Waldo? Waldo is a children's puzzle book in the United States where you look for the titular character Waldo in a kind of big chaotic image. So I had Waldo in that one and in this center one here. But this one was just me shitting around. This one was also me shitting around, but like differently. And then this one I actually tried to somewhat take seriously. And if you've ever seen iCarly, if you look real closely, you can actually see Gibby in the center of the image falling from the sky. So yeah, it turned out pretty not bad. You could just barely see in the right here is another student who's doing some really interesting stuff, and I actually got some inspiration from her to do some less weighty line work. You know what I mean? The UK has a different name from Wally. Yeah, same guy. I know about Wally. But yeah, people really liked mine. They thought it was really funny, all the various stuff I was hiding in them. Like I hid the Half-Life logo, I hid Wheatley from Portal 2, Mario, Hornet from Hollow Knight. I was hiding all kinds of things in there. I was literally just making a shitpost and it was great. So I'm happy to say it went pretty well. It went pretty well. Yep. One of the other students, though, basically just drew out the Fallout logo, and it looks absolutely incredible. It was like, wow. Yeah. Yep. What was that? Oh, why am I getting Discord messages? Oh, that's fine. Wally is a cooler name. Nah, it makes me think of Warframe. So, sorry, Wally. Stand over because Waldo's cooler. Do. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I'm not really looking forward to the next assignment because the next assignment is we have to make an artist signature or an artist logo. I already have an idea of what I'm going to do, but I can't make a shitpost out of it. Well, I can't make a shitpost out of it. The singular biggest critique everyone had for mine was I should have put loss in there and I should have hid it in there. And apparently the professor will allow us to resubmit the assignments at the end of the semester with the changes changes recommended to us. So I'm debating on hiding loss in there just to be annoying. Where's Waldo? Sounds like you named your sex toy. No, that's Woody. Haha, which is a children's movie. And Buzz. Do. But yeah. So I'm debating on hiding loss in there just to be maximally obnoxious. But I'm not sure how I would. I'm not sure how I would quite yet. It's something I'm thinking about, you know what I mean? There we go. They're cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, just a wee bit. So back to the hard part, back to the difficult part. You cannot see my screen right now. However, I can see chat. We're going to do some shading stuff. As you can see, very basic shading, which I can turn on and off at a whim. So I don't like it though. Like, this is kind of effective. It kind of does the thing, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? No. Actually, that's kind of okay. This is the VTuber, I forgot. Yeah, it's Junie. Juniper Actius, big moth streamer, kind of cringe, but you know, she's cool. But yeah, I don't know. I want to do something like I look at the reference image, which I'm going to zoom in real fast on, and you can see the lighting is very distinct. And I want to do something in that vein, but I'm not really sure how because I'm bad at stuff. So that's all. Granted. I'm learning. Been looking at this person you're drawing recently since they're kind of the only moth dude to like mainstream. No, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. What do you think of them so far? Like I said, they're my favorite because reasons. They're my favorite. I'm using color burn right now, and I'm still experimenting a lot with stuff. So, why am I swapping songs so fast? Jesus! What the fuck is happening? I might need to turn that off. Ba-dum. So yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about the shading. I don't want to just half-ass it, say good enough, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Hang on, I'm gonna test something. Testing. Don't know, just look at them all as an art, need references since there really ain't others. Don't know, just looking. What do you mean? Do you mean about Junie? Because I can show you her art portfolio. She's got a lot of art stuff. And I download all of her shit now whenever she posts an art thingy. I download all of her shit now whenever she posts an art thingy because, yeah. So, yeah. Actually, what we need to do, move that down here, if we move that here, and now, yes, I can color burn this now. So we can actually do a little bit of work on the wrist as well and kind of shade that in. So part of the issue is there's a lot of there's a lot of issues, right? The biggest and most central issue is I'm inexperienced, right? That's kind of just an unavoidable aspect. No, I mean I want to do a moth VTuber. It's just she's kind of the only one high quality, sometimes very disturbingly high quality. No, I feel that. I feel that. I would recommend you pick a brand of moth you want to do, like Deathhead Moth, Titan Moth, and just kind of go in that vibe. Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to do like QT stuff? Are you trying to do serious stuff? I like sitting on my leg sometimes. Yeah, I'm just not really sure what to do about the shading. It's kind of upsetting. Like, I'm looking at the reference, and I'm just like, fuck. I tried. Oh. 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 We're learning. We are learning today. What if we scale down to 90? We're learning. Ooh. Where was I? I am obviously in the process of learning lot of stuff, like how I'm supposed to shade in these here pictorials. I'm just not really sure how to. Yeah. So that's where I'm currently struggling. Like, I imagine I could do something in here to kind of help illustrate it. But now that we're also doing kind of a darker bit of affair, it's like, what could I really do here? You know what I mean? Lots to learn. So I think I'm mostly kind of just throwing stuff at the wall right now and seeing what lands where. Uh-oh. What's happening? It's a lot darker than it was before, isn't it? Yeah, why is that? You want to do demonic vibes. Hang on, the brain's braining. I want to do demonic vibes, cute's evil, might be changed. There's just all kinds of the exact direction I want to go, and I copy paste her. What's gonna be your primary color? Like, are you going to be doing purples, greens? Like, obviously, Junie's big thing is green. What's going to be your sort of central? Yeah, I see what I'm doing wrong here. Hang on, we've officially lost the color. I forget how color burn works. Like, it's supposed to be just black, you go for it, but look at that. That's two different colors there. What am I doing wrong? What if I just just do that? I really am learning today, aren't I? I'm learning all kinds of things today. Digression. See, this kind of goes, doesn't it? It kind of bops. Like, if I could just angle this a better way. Well, I'm not sure why the color burn's not working properly. What if we, hang on, if I took off color burn, I turned this to normal. Okay, there we go. Boop. Now we have the right color. Ooh. Swap this back to color burn. All right, now we're okay. This should work properly. Ah, big brain. My brain is big. So once we're like this, if we scale up color burn to do this, now we just have to fill in the fucking owl, which we can kind of do over here. Wrong way. First of all, because remember, these are interlinked. So she set these hands up kind of like armor. So it'd actually be a good idea to leave them alone, probably. I don't really know. Gradley, green ain't my color, either red or purple vibes. Purple cause of balance. Boy, is time flying by, or like, are these songs finishing? I swear, it feels like they're just spamming through. Let's look at moth species real fast. You said cutesy moth, right? Cutesy moth. Let me take a look here. So you got the Luna moth, that's Junie. The Atlas moth, tiger. Ooh, tiger moth. Deathhead moth. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, these feel short. They feel very short. These are supposed to be 2 4-minute long. This one's 3 minutes long, so I don't know why. Something that doesn't seem right about that. It's gonna trust. So you could do the tiger moth. Tiger moth would actually be kind of cool. The poodle moth. What other kinds are there? There's a lot of moths you could go with here. There's a lot of moths you could go with. Ooh. You really should pick a primary color. Like, if you picked a primary color, it would help narrow you down. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. Lots of moths. These are pretty. Anyway, back to work. I was gonna look up a moth, but then I realized there's too many moths. Alright. Sorry, like I said, I'm kind of tired. I'm pretty tired. Yeah. Brandy is depresso as usual. Mm-hmm. But it's okay. We keep on keeping on, right? So we keep on keeping on. I don't know how to do shading. I don't know how to do shading. We could leave it like this, arguably, just say fuck it. Silk balls are very cute. See, now you're getting it. I might be trying to bite off more than I can chew, though. She's even using different levels of shading. Where's the back hair? Oh, come on. And there's another problem, is the multiple layering, so I suck. So, front hair. Oh, there's some nightmare feel for you. Jesus. Holy crap. So we can do something like that. Hang on. Back here, back here, back here, back here, back here, hair back. I also kind of like the short hair. The short hair kind of works. You know? Titan base, which we don't really need anymore. Where is it? Okay, so that song was able to finish. I was listening. So I don't really know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on right here. See that? What's going on there? What is above the color burn layer? It's not that. It's not that. So what is it? It shouldn't be the color burn because you can still see the slight difference right there. It's like why? Why? It's just not that one. All right, so what if we did this? We went to the hair back here. Turned off color burn real fast because otherwise it's going to grab the wrong color. Turn that off. We're going to keep that there. Go into the ink dropper, grab that. And now what we should be able to do is we should be able to go back to the hair back. There we go. And it covers up. So we'll take our W's, I guess. There we go. The brain is braining. The brain is braining. The brain is braining. Brain is braining even more now. There we go. See, we're learning. Oh, that's why. Rotate back. We're going over here. We're doing the same thing again. Because I can just see that difference. The computer can't, but I can. All right, problem solved. Now, the brains. See this? What if we turned that into a kind of background? Remember, what we lack in skill, we're going to have to make up for in presentation. So that's just how these things go. Oh, don't do that. There we go. Problemo solvdo. No, I did it again. It's okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it, we'll fix it, we'll fix it, we'll fix it, we'll fix it. So we lack in skill, we need to make up for in presentation. Simple as that. But I like to think I'm a bit smarter than I let on, smarter than the average bear. So we should be able to do something. Should be able to do something, I imagine. You know. Hopefully. Do the best we can. Where do we want to put the shadow on the ear? A little bit of shadowing right here to symbolize it going into the hair. Yeah. Although a little less probably wouldn't hurt very much, would it? No. There's also a mosquito that's been buzzing around my room the past couple days. It's been very annoying. Not because it's been like flying in my ear, but because I haven't been able to find it and smash it. You realize you've been in the Minecraft directory. I did not. Because I thought I updated that. Am I no longer in it? Let me manually check now. Just to make sure. Yes, okay, good. I got here thinking you was an MC. I'm sorry, Klopto, that's my bad. Nah, I'm not the smartest bear. I apologize. I apologize, sir. Please do not crash my balls into a paste or something. I am trying. I am trying. Actually, we can shade up the shoulders too, because remember we have big hair here. Big here. Big here. So if you're here for Minecraft, sorry, no Minecraft today. Brandy is working on personal endeavors. No, is it broken again? Will anything work? Jesus. I'm about hang on. I'm about to stop using sound alerts and use something else entirely. All right, we're testing. My sound alerts browser source is offline. The fuck does that mean? Huh? Hang on, I'm working on it. What is happening right now? What is happening right now? I'm about testing it manually. Testing it. Alternative means. We're gonna have commands here. Not that command. We need channel point redeems. Channel point redeems. Channel point redeems. I no longer use sound alerts. They don't let me on their site for some reason. I'm about to just not use their site because it's not freaking working. Twitch channel points. There it goes. Okay, that's yeah. Global alert settings. Animation enabled. Text to speech. Blah blah blah. The fuck do you mean? Your browser source is offline. What does that mean? Checking. Go to sound alert setup. Important for desktop users. Cost. Blah, 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 blah. Activate our Twitch extension. It is activated. Hang on. We're gonna do a thing real fast. Constant loading, very glitchy. The site does it. It's a crappy freaking site. That's what I'm telling. That's what. Sound alerts. Configure. Open dashboard. Oh, okay. No, it says it's offline again. Why? So on Twitch. Actually, copy and paste the sound alerts browser source to other scenes instead of creating a new browser source for each of your scene. Create a new browser source in your broadcasting software and copy this browser source URL into the thing. I think they're just broken right now. Because it doesn't make sense for it to not be functioning right now. It literally does not make sense. Activate, set as component 1. Let me try this. Now active slot. Checking. We're gonna go bonk. No bonk. Let me check in OBS real fast. Let me see what OBS has for me. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Audio. I have no idea why the bot's working, but the browser source is not. Let me. Your sound alerts browser source is offline. Let's take a quick Google search here. Refresh the browser cache. Why do I need to refresh my browser cache? You absolute slutbags. Hang on, let me go into the cookies here. Why does this keep... It probably keeps happening because the amount of stuff I've going on, to be fair. Let me manage my data. Thank you. Sound alerts. And we're just going to remove that. Remove, thank you. That should reset everything. So what's probably going on is I have a lot of ad blockers and stuff on my browser. So, you know. Let's see what this does. It's probably going to break a dozen different things. All right, do you want to work now? My alerts, channel points, test and browser source. It did not work. We're checking the actual website now. Input the browser source in your thing, refresh the cache, change the browser source hardware acceleration. Why do I need to change my hardware acceleration? General settings, moderation, manually approve text to speech, general settings again, enable leaderboard, blah, 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 managers. I don't have any managers. Clip Central, set up. Implement the browser source. What the frick is a browser source? Create a browser source in my shiz. Well, I have a browser source in my shiz. It's right here. I have it in my hand. And it reset everything. So now I gotta do this again. I'm about to just give up on it. Alright, set Spotify. Go into settings here. Going to copy paste. We're gonna pop that there. It's going to break for a minute. While that's breaking, we're going to go back into my alerts. We're going to see what's happening. Do you want to work, or am I just going to have to give up on sound alerts indefinitely? Because it's looking like the latter. Come on. Refresh. It's... OBS, if you're using OBS Studio, copy this, copy paste into that browser. Yep, copy paste right there. Option 2, drag and drop, and that should be everything. I think the nice little soundbite arenas we've been using, I think we might be cooked, folks. I think we might not have channel points anymore. Yeah, I don't think we have channel points anymore. So that's great. That's great. That's great. Okay. To keep people from using channel points, even though we don't really have many redeems, I'm going to go into here real fast. We're going to go into the rewards. And I'm just going to turn off all of our channel points for the minute. So turn that off and that off and that off and this off and that off and that off. The Hydra can stay because it's just to annoy me, but it doesn't use any sound effects, so it should still function. So, hooray! Everything. Okay, I see how it is. There. Ugh, that's like swamp water. Ew. So, shit's fucked, folks. We no longer have sound alerts. I'll do some work later. We're probably going to stop using sound alerts because holy fucking balls. Yeah. Welcome to the scuff. If the scuff tag is still there, it's doing some work today. Yes, sir. And then there's this fucking disaster that I'm working on. Jesus Christ. Heaven help me now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You found, ooh, dish, girl, dish. The scuff tag is there. Hooray. The bar is a tripping hazard in hell, folks, but Jesus Christ, we are flopping our way to the finish line. Oh boy, heaven help me. Oh, Jesus, why are you doing that? What's happening? No, stop that. Okay, I see why. Color burn? Color burn! There we go. Okay, no, it's not doing the things that I wanted to do. I'm thinking. We're just gonna have to set it in front of the hand. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Probably. It's the skin. Alright, so that can go, everything like that can go there. Why aren't you dishing with the mob species, Hobbs? Why are you teasing me? I want to know what kind of shiny stuff you're going to get up to. I'm frankly surprised, by the way, the Sound Alerts bot is still showing what music's on the fucking screen. Oh, is it not? Oh, it's not. Good. Now it's really broken. Remember, folks, no straight roads. No straight roads. So how's everyone doing today? You guys looking forward to the next Warframe update? Because I'm looking forward to the next Warframe update. I cannot wait. I love Warframe. Puss Moth. They're slightly venomous, and if I look this up and I see some R34, I'm going to be mad. Ooh, it looks spiky. Oh, it's cute. Oh, and venomous? Hell yeah. Bite the shit out of somebody. The spider frame shall be yours? Duh. I'm grabbing that spider moth, dude. I'll do the spider moth. Ha! Is that an actual kind of moth? I'm really excited for Spider Frame though. I don't know how much you pay attention to the Discord. However, there is a spider moth. It's not an actual moth. No, it is a moth. Hey, cool. But I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Discord at all, but I have been posting about the moth. What I mean, I've been posting stuff about it. It looks like it's one of the very few frames that is able to deal toxin damage innately, and this is the interesting part, right? It has a focus on it specifically. So I think this might be the first time we'll ever see the Green Jolly Ranchers actually be actually useful. Crazy, right? So I'm very interested in that. Very interested. The Archon mod will be peak. What does the toxin one do again? It adds corrosive stacks to enemies, right? Something like that. Something like that. But I'm very chuffed for that. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm excited. And I'm very happy that her fourth ability will make her be able to cling to walls indefinitely. It's corrosive. They refuse to add a funny viral mod right now. Bastards. They don't want to add a funny viral mod because of how good viral is, so they don't want to encourage it any more than they already have. So, yeah. If it's the Archon mod I'm thinking about, it increases. Oopsies. It does something. It doubles the amount of. It adds corrosive to enemies for every toxin added. That's what it does. So, yeah, that's nice at least. But isn't that literally Grendel? Yes, but also no. Excuse me. Yes, but also no. Like, let's call a spade a spade. How useful is Grendel in game modes where every enemy has overguard? The answer is not much, because his usefulness is directly proportional to how many enemies he's able to keep in his stomach at a time, which means he has to juggle health, HP, enemies, and armor all at once. And it's the subsume. I don't like abilities that I have to keep refreshing. We already know this. Whereas it looks like New Girl will be able to get toxin damage to her stuff without juggling all of her shenanigans. In fact, dealing corrosive damage is going to help her further deal shenanigans. More specifically, her first ability will cause enemies killed by it to have an increased chance to drop energy orbs and health orbs. This one needs to be shallower because of the angle of everything. We're using shadows, by the way, right now to also denote facing angles. I'm not very good at this, so please be kind when you judge me. It's a learning process. Yeah, I'm very excited for Orexia. I'm very excited. Syndicate, OP passive. Remind me what the passive does again. That's right. The passive just turns her invisible when she clings to walls for 8 seconds. I'm gonna level. I don't like it. I do not like it that much. If it was invisible while clinging to walls and then the invisibility sticks around for 8 seconds afterwards, I'd fucking nut. I would nut so bad. But, you know. I am interested in how her fourth ability gives her toxin damage, though. That's the interesting one. You just want invisibility, period. Sue me. I like what I like. What I do think is very interesting, though, is her fourth ability allows her to reach 3,000 HP, which means she'll be usable for Arcane Bellicose. She'll be able to get the maximal benefit from Arcane Bellicose. So that's very interesting to me. That's very interesting to me. What is Bellicose? Increases ability strength in proportion to how much HP you have, up to 72% at 3,500. That's the maximum, by the way, 72%. Not a lot of Warframes are able to make a lot of use out of it because of how high that HP requirement is for the maximum benefit. You do get incremental benefits, but you know, you kind of want to go all the way or go none of the way. You know what I mean? So, yeah, she'll be one of very few who can get maximal usage. So, you know, that's nice. Going back to the skin. Because I saw some artifacts I'm not happy with. Yeah. Oopsies. Why are you doing that? Why is it doing that? Why is it so white? What is happening? Mm-hmm. I don't know what's happening anymore. 72% seems balanced. I'm being serious, no sarcasm. It is, considering the sheer amount of HP you have to have. Only, like I said, only a handful of frames can actually use it properly in its entirety. But none of those frames really need that much ability strength either, is the problem. So it's just been one of those things that's kind of sat by the wayside. Am I liable to use it? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm leaning towards a Arcane Avenger build with her. Maybe Arcane Blessing. Maybe. Past that. Yeah. Come on, work for me. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of errors going on. And since we don't know where the skin is, we're just gonna have to play by ear here and do some shenanigans. Very gently. But I'm very excited for her. I'm also excited for that new scythe that's being added. Ooh. I'm disappointed it's not a Hezbar Incarnate, but I'll still take it. I'll still take my W's. Valkyrie might be good since they're kind of stealing all mod slots for survivability now. And her base health has been bugged since they reworked the rework. Valkyrie might be good since they are kind of stealing all mod slots for survivability now. You sure that means she's gonna be good since they're taking mod slots for that? So I'm still kind of nervous about her. I saw they went through and looked at it again after the community backlash. I don't know. I don't know. I'm anxious for my gal pal. I'm anxious for the girly pop. I'm anxious for it. It'll be what it'll be, but I'm allowed to be nervous. I need replacements for all the strength mod slots being taken. You really don't need very many strength mod slots for Valkyrie. Well, you do. Mostly, I just build for her Warcry and then just kind of throw everything else at the wall, including the kitchen sink, and it just kind of bops. Right now, we'll see. Oh, I spent on my good job. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm hopeful, but I'm. DE, you kind of dropped the ball just a little bit. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for Orexia, though. Orexia definitely appears to be a bot. So we'll just have to see what's next for us. Hysteria as well. Her survivability relies on technically 3 entire abilities to be in constant use. How 3? Because 2 of her abilities are on cast. Unless you're subsuming. Unless you're subsuming. Passive. We'll see what happens. I like her passive ability. I like that they're keeping the soft landing, and I like they're basically making it into a better Nidus. Especially because if you attach rain, like that's how you do a good passive ability, because it works whether or not you use her claws, right? You can use that with a pole arm to maintain the extra damage and survivability functionally indefinitely. So that's W's. That's W's to me. The problem, though, is the big issue, as much as I hate to admit it, is health tanking. If health tanking were good, this would not be a problem. Like, all of her things would have been straight up buffs, including them taking away Hysteria's invulnerability, which I always wanted them to do so I could use combat discipline shenanigans. Even though the community is also correct, it does so much damage, you really don't need that. The annoying thing about the whole thing is they buffed her other 2 abilities, but they rely on range, and the other 2 abilities work without range. I like what they did with Ripline, because Ripline was always a bit of an ugly duckling, especially after they took away the ability to troll other players with it and control their movement. Her 3rd ability, though, is still trash. It is still trash, in my opinion. Like, there's not, especially after the rework, because they're making it cost 50 energy to use, so you can't even spam it anymore. I still say it should have been her subsume, not her 2nd ability. Because her 2nd ability is literally, and you cannot argue with me on this, it is her best ability. It is Valkyrie's best ability. So why would you make that into her subsume? It went from being her best ability into the melee enabler. It's just like, why would you do that? Why? Paralysis was just never good. It never made sense for it to cost shields and scale with shields on the less shield frame. It was like, why? And you're a berserker, right? Why is stomping? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not in the mood to rage. I'm tired. Randy is tired. He is what it is. We will see. We will see. We will see. We will see. We'll see what happens next. So what we need to do is we need this to scale to all layers. Come on. No area scaling. I want you to grab this specific. Thank you. We'll see what happens. Remember, presentation will prevail where skill does not. I'm gonna probably shove on Mirage Assume and make it so her second has the mod for constant use. Then I'll have to properly manage one ability for survivability. I'm still debating on what I would turn her. Well, I'm gonna subsume her. I like Varuna subsume, especially with a status build, even though her claws don't have much status, because it does let you use equilibrium shenanigans and keep her up and running. What I'm looking at though is quick thinking, because quick thinking is effectively a multiplier for your generalized survivability. So it works with armor, it works with HP, and it works with energy. Since I'm already making a maximal energy Valkyr so I can stay in claws longer and get more armor, you might as well use quick thinking for the extra survivability. Coupled with a energy generation sentinel or robotic companion, so Diriga, Death Cube, etc., you can keep energy going functionally indefinitely, allowing you to minimize the amount of HP investment you have in her. Granted, they are buffing her HP value, so there'll be more reason to invest in HP for her. Or Kalervo, 700 critical chance. So that's at least what I'm doing right now. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It doesn't make sense for Hysteria to make her invincible, especially with that chunky armor pull. But people are correct. She dies too quickly. And I think the graphic of her passive ability would be really annoying. So you get hit, die, revive, get hit, die, revive. And the reason why that's a bad gameplay loop is because it locks you into melee. She becomes simply a melee frame, which is bad game design and does fall into ludonarrative dissonance because even though she is the berserker frame, warframes are supposed to be masters of the gun and blade, so she's supposed to have reasons to be able to use her guns. Kullervo is able to use guns, not as effectively, but he still can use guns. For instance, his second or third ability, the one that chains enemies together, fantastic for snipers and launchers. So even though he's branded as a melee frame, he does have some use as a ranged character. Look at Cyto 9. Cyto 9 is the gunner character. However, because he's able to stay functionally invisible so long as he's getting headshots, he can still use melee weapons. I hate the argument of the change being based on armor. Like, bro, who the fuck added armor to make it immortal? It's like adding IRL lore accurate. Wukong. The change being based on armor. Who the fuck added armor to an immoral? It's just like, bruh. It's just like, bruh. What they should have done, since Valkyr's lore is she had her skin stripped away from her, is she should be an energy tank, not armor. Like, since when does getting less skin give you more armor? It doesn't make sense. However, you could say her rage makes her invulnerable, blah, 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 blah. So then you're like, oh, so long as she has energy, so like passive ability, quick thinking would be a great idea. So long as she has energy, she's good to go. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It looks like they're kind of scared of the community backlash right now. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. Well, presumably they'll do right. He's missed before, but they've also hit. Granted, this is also Valkyr's second rework, so I might be wrong. I have been wrong before, so we'll see. Well, we'll see what happens next. Yeah. We'll see what happens next. There's not much to do for right now except to sit here, hope and pray. So here's what we're going to do next, because we need to be smarticles. We need to be smarticle. Thinking. This is gonna be weird. This is gonna be. Oh, yeah, it's not happy. Give it a minute. All right, so now we have a copy. There's now two. Ooh. So what we do now, specifically with the copy, we refer to all layers. Let's see if it'll let me do the thing. It's gonna be, 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 it's gonna be difficult, but we can do this. Hang on. Trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. What we need to do next is merge down, delete, delete. Hang on, can I just right click here? Can I view work for me? Ungroup layer folders? No. No, don't do that. We're gonna do some weird stuff. File object, convert layer to file object, layer settings. What I want to do is merge visible layers. It did not touch that. So what we can do next, because I'm smarticles. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Okay. So now we have one unified Junie. So now, okay, want to refer only. I just want this. So how do I grab it? Apply connected pistols only. Maximal tolerance. Maximum tolerance. A little less than maximum. No, come on. Actually, smarticles. So grab that. Invert here. And then just so we can see what we're doing here. Trust in me. I probably know what I'm doing. Probably. Like I said, presentation. Okay. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. Probably. And now, bring that back. Reselect this. Then, look at that. We're doing stuff. I would have preferred them going for shield and damage resistance rather than health and armor. The base 50% already changed a lot. Shield is easier to manage, and it lets them not have to freaking balance all of HP and armor, even though it sounds like that's what they want to do anyways. I don't know. If they would have just made it, hang on. If they would not have taken away her percentile lifesteal and instead give her, like, if they made it so her claws give her a teeny tiny amount of overguard, it would go so much better. Because it would open her up for overguard shenanigans. It would solve a lot of her survivability issues. It would give her pseudo shield gate. Like, just make it so the claws apply overguard specifically to herself, and it would work out a lot of the problems that we're currently sticking with her. Taking away her percentile lifesteal hurt. Not a great idea. Replacing it with only like 33. Oh, we're buffering pretty bad now. Replacing with only like 33 life on hit. That's stupid. That sucks. I feel like she feels like her update was a mutated Garuda change. Garuda's change slaps though, because Garuda just does double damage. Point blank, period. Another idea. Garuda's is just double damage. And works. It's not particularly great. It's kind of a not great, but it works. It's functional. You don't have to worry about making a Garuda survivable. She just kind of survives. I'm doing some shenanigans. We're experimenting. Mm-hmm. Give a minute. I don't like how it's affecting back here, though. I want the red to be solid and this to be, like, not solid. So that kind of works. It's gotten to the days that Warframes need to survive endgame, and they're going to eventually have to change the roster to keep up while adding to the roster. I agree. My thing is, I kind of agree with people when they say not every frame needs to be super duper high tier, maximal level viable. But at the same time, Valkyr is the current thing they're doing for Valkyr. The current changes they're doing for Valkyr will not allow her to survive in endgame activities. She will get one shot very often, and it's going to be more of a pain than it's worth to make use of her. I feel like the overguard on Claws would solve everything. If your goal is to keep her in Claws, because the thing is, if you get 3 bad frames on endgame, you aren't doing it that week. Exactly. What they should do is change one of her augments so that Overguard on hit would solve like 90% of our issues. It would solve her shield issues, which would solve her survivability issues. If you don't want her locked in claws indefinitely, then just give her an ability like why there could be an like make it so her claws regen Overguard. Okay, regen Overguard on hit. And then so players don't have to be stuck in Overguard in claws for the entire mission. Add an augment that disables her claws as a weapon and turns it into a energy draining buff that gives her a teeny amount of Overguard on kill and melee hits specifically. Weapon's fine, but it wouldn't be that bad if you could choose the Warframe. I feel like that change could honestly solve all of current Valkyrie of these future Valkyrie problems. And I wish I had a way to make my voice heard to the devs because her augments suck. Being locked into a singular ability sucks. Like, you can't tell me Mesa's in a good position. Mesa or Excalibur, because the entire reason of using them is very specifically to use their exalted abilities and no other reason to do so. Masters of the Blade and Gun. Oh, what do I know? What do we think of this? Yeah or nay? If I could change the color, I'd be happier. I might be able to. I can. Oh. We're gonna do some shenanigans. Doo-dah. Doo-dah. What do you think? Green? We'll probably do green. Darker shade. Yeah, there you go. A bit more vibrant. But we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. Worst case, I'll just buy the heirloom and put her up as a statue in a trophy case until such time as DE goes over her again. I love Mesa, though a change would be to make her more of an actual gunslinger. Because she's just a jump in room, activate ability, jump in room, yeah. I like Mesa, but she's not in a good place right now. She's effective, she's usable, but she's a one-trick pony. In Warframe, I get that designing 50 characters is hard, but I don't want more one-trick ponies. Oopsies. I don't want any more one-trick ponies. You know what I mean? I'm thinking. Are we going? Well, what we can do. This is gonna be weird. Actually, no. I don't even need to do that. And her ability to survive is one of the best, but it's ability you can't recast. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to juggle a lot of things right now. No blue. What other color? She used to use kind of a piss yellow. Let me look for some inspiration here. Let me go through her files. Well, taking a look, taking a look, taking a look. Actually, some of her more recent work would probably do. Like she has this, so I could just use two different tones of green. That one's more of a moss green, a sage green. What colors make green? Blue and yellow. Sorry, that took me a minute. It needs to be darker though. Sorry if I'm going nonverbal, but I'm trying to think. So we could go, whoopsies. Yeah, the blue might actually work. The blue might. Although we do have to fix the magic wand. There we go. So let's keep telling ourselves the truth. Presentation fixes everything. It's all about presentation. Mm, mm, is the behind neck hair something else? This back here, that's back hair, because remember, she has long hair. Yeah, there we go. Long hair. So it's just long hair. I'm not sure how I'm feeling the blue. To be honest here. Yeah, too vibrant. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Neither does the green. Let me take a look. What did she do? What did she do? Stealing from my Oshi. She has a really good use of color balancing. See, this one, she kind of just goes for an almost black, like this. Trust the process here. Except it doesn't really work with the hand very well. We did like a lighter. So what we could do, if we wanted to steal from her a bit more, which I'm fine with. Uh, mm, Making one of the red ones. Something like this. Yeah, there's fine. So we put that there like that. We go into here, grab this, and we can just go red. We need to do something with the background so it'll be clearer. So what we need to do is we need to get a background layer going. So, damn, that's interesting. So go into here. We're just gonna grab an off gray, just to make things a bit more visible. Hmm. Checking some other things. Checking. Definitely a lot to learn. Lot to learn. We do have a lot to learn, don't we? Why are you opening like that? I really like this. So Practicing R again? Hello, Happy! Yes, we are. We're trying to finish up with this for today, but we currently lack skill, so we're trying to make up for that with presentation and style points. However, life is a struggle. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to go about that. You know, you know? You know, you know. What the fuck? Alright, whatever. Art's always a pain, love it or hate it. True, true. Actually, let me dye this a different color. The word, the brain, Mason, the brain. There we go. All right, we're just gonna turn this into a green. It's kind of a green affair, so okay. No. Oh, that's why. There we go. If we see this, we'll know we're okay. So it's not perfect. The shading is far from great. It's a learning experience. So yeah. There we go. All right, back to work. Echo to work go. Can I delete these? Yes, I can. So like I was saying, it is a learning experience. Yeah. I wish it were better, but we learn. We learn, we change, and we grow. Yep. How are you doing, Happy? Are you doing well? Loving life? Staying safe, I hope. Staying safe. Obviously, we're just trying to polish this off, do the best we can while talking about Warframe and bitching about the Valkyr rework because DE has made some interesting choices with that. How am I? I'm tired. I'm suffering. We keep on keeping. We keep on keeping. I'm not ready to go to the gym today, but I definitely need to for my health. My health, my health, my health, my healthy, healthy health. Let me see this. So, what more could we do here? We're gonna do something weird. Like I keep saying, presentation. Presentation. The brain, the very brainy brain. Trust in me, and I'll take you on a wild frontier. All right, big brain. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, so I feel you. Oh boy, don't I feel that? What we need is color burn. We need color burn. We need color burn. We need color burn. All right, so this is gonna look a bit weird, but just trust me on this. I probably know what I'm doing. Probably. Why is that there? Not that. Not that. Here. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. Why is it doing this? Oh, it's somewhere in here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Real useful. No. It's gonna be one of these. Say I'd give you advice, but I don't know this program very well. No, you're fine. You're fine. Is it here? There it goes. Okay. Now, this is going to get weird. It's going to be a bit strange. We're going to hope for the best here. I'm thinking. Got the image of circles. I want something scratchy. Cross? No. Oh, noise works, kind of. If we turn down That could be useful later. But that's not what I'm looking for right now. Ninja Star? No. What kind of shapes do we have going on here? Heart. Club. Spade. Spades. Ninja. No, 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 no. Why do you hate me so much? Noise doesn't really work. We're probably just gonna have to stick with circle. No, I saw it. Yeah, baby. Trust in the process. We put that like there. All right, that's not gonna do much. Okay. All right, there's a smart way to do this and a dumb way to do this. We're currently doing the dumb way, so we're gonna do it the smart way. Oh, Jesus. That happened. Trust the process. I'm thinking. So, skin layer. This bit. It's very skinny, yes? We're gonna copy that. So now we have a copy of the skin layer. Okay? We have a copy of the skin layer. So what we do next is we're going to convert it into a line layer. Watch and be amazed as I do some shenanigans. So that's going to go there. We're going to use line. It's going to make sense in a minute. What we do next is very simple. Please work. Ah, it's not happy, but it's working. Okay. Yes, supply transformation. The only issue is it is bolding out here. Why are you bolding out? Oh, that's why. Simple fix. Not quite, but it'll work. Scale up. Or maybe we're just trying too hard for an effect that we don't really need. Like, this is postable, right? Can we agree on that? This is postable. Like, if we just change up the background a little bit, it's arguably postable. I don't know. Where is the white? Here's what we're going to do. Big brain. We're going to copy, paste, and then invis that. We're going to merge visible layers to a new layer. All right. So now we have that there. I'm going to turn those invisible for a minute. Uh-oh. Oh, well, too late now. Actually, oh, big brain. The brain is braining. No, it's not happy. Whatever. What I want to do next is I want to get rid of all this whiteness. Not that. Will it let me get rid of this without breaking everything? The answer is no. This is because of some reason. Let's refer to editing layer only. Tolerance, zip, nada. It's still selecting the hair for some reason. Apply to connected pickles only. There she goes. We'll turn the tolerance down to 1. So this should work fine now. Yeah, look at that. See, I'm smarticles. So what background color do we use? The next thing we can kind of, oh, Jesus. Fix it. Go in here, get rid of all that. And we can sort of just think now. Like we can do something like this with a kind of deep kind of background here, kind of like that. I don't really have any backgrounds ready to go. I'm not really I'm still learning just everything I can. Mm, no. It needs to be a bit more red-ish, yeah. It needs to be a bit more red. That's two. Hello, Hubs. Welcome back. We're currently in. You still use realistic images. I don't think that's something. Actually, hang on. Yeah, kind of. Thinking. We're gonna do some shenanigans. Doo da, doo da. We're gonna be annoying the day, y'all. The doo da day. Down. Nah. Trying too hard. Put her on a golden corral. Fuck it. She'll think it's funny. Probably. Golden corral. We'll see what we can cook up here. I blame you. Perfect. Save image police. We're gonna go to downloads here. Let's go to downloads in there. Depends if she's American. She is American. She's originally Australian. Excuse me. Alaskan. Same thing. All right. Import image. Bam. Golden Corral, baby. You wanted it. We're doing it. Trust in me. I don't even know if she likes Golden Corral or not. I just know this is probably going to be really funny. It does take away from the sick ass background though that we were cooking up, but whatever. So she is technically naked, so she's not gonna be able to go inside, but I don't think it really matters all that much. So here's what we're going to do. Oh yeah, it's because we merged all the visible layers. Bruh! Fuck. Okay, hang on. We're going to merge visible layer into a new layer. Thank you. All right, this is pretty much good enough. Actually, no, it's not. I have an idea. Oh, Jesus. Trust in me. Good to save it as an alt. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Hang on. It's really not happy that I'm trying to shift everything. Oh, yeah, it's really mad. No, we're just going to cancel that. It's going to take forever to move that. Come on. Come on. There she goes. My everything. Big brain. Grab this. Merge all visible. So now we should be able to go back into the golden corral here. All right, we're going to adjust ourselves. Oopsies. Gotta go for the sick angle. Come on, work for me. Thank you. Work, damn you. Oh, Jesus. Get narrowed, idiot. Frick. I'd have to do shift. Put her in the drive-through window. I'm doing it. Hang on. Drive through window. Which one do we want? Which one do we want? Do. I can't. I don't think I could do McDonald's. She used to work at Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen drive-through. Uh-oh. Let's see now. See now. Come on, work for me here. Work for me, Google. It's gonna be around here someplace. Brilliant idea. I know there's a zoom in of a drive-through fucking somewhere. Drive-through window? Come on, Google. Stop being shit for 5 minutes of your life. There we go. Oh, it's perfect. How about no? No, actually, yeah, this will do. Save image as. Download here. She used to work at Dairy Queen, so this is going to work. I have an idea. So I'm going to export single layer. We're going to export as a PNG. It's going to go in the downloads. We're going to get, this is going to be fucking stupid, but here we go. All right, so there's Golden Corral, Junie. Okay, now I have the Dairy Queen. We're going to import image. I'm also going to need a Dairy Queen hat. Move that down there. Go away. All right, we need to fix this to go everywhere. Okay. I need a Dairy Queen hat. 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 Dairy Queen hat. The hat man. What's the funniest way I can do this? There's a fanny pack. We're doing this. Okay, give me that. Thank you. Yeah, I just spammed 5s. I got that, and I have a Dairy Queen hat right here. So we're just gonna save image as. This is gonna be fucking stupid. Why am I letting you? I know why I'm letting you talk me into this, but it's gonna be fucking stupid. It's gonna be great. No, don't do that. All right, what about you? You didn't get clipped off, did you? Did not. Oh, boom. Thinking. Gimme. Okay, that checks. I want select. I want to operation. I want to do stuff to it. Ah, that's. I might have to boot up Photoshop for this. I might have to. This is gonna be. I wish it was better art, so I would feel less bad about it. All right, so that's gonna go right there. I applaud the effort. Oh, we're applauding effort. Oh no, that one stings a bit. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Make me feel bad. It's good enough. So that's gonna be there. I'm gonna import. Dairy Queen hat. No, don't do that. Why is it hinged there? What the fuck? What if we just left it like that? So smart select out all the white. Oh, we have to rasterize. Rasterize. And yeah, it's gonna be weird. We're just gonna have to do this by hand. I'm not booting up Photoshop because I hate Photoshop and I use it enough in class right now. We're gonna bleed the edges a little bit here. I really am the shit poster in class, aren't I? Even when I'm not in class, I'm shit posting. Almost, we're almost there, Brandy. All right. Oh, Jesus, wrong one. Bug jump scare. Why am I doing this? This was supposed to be a serious thing. Like, hey, look, guys, I'm learning stuff. Look at me, I can do stuff. And now I'm just bug Dairy Queen. Oh no. Where's the fanny pack? The fanny pack is gonna be the one that upsets her. That's gonna be the sauce. And I'm not trying to aggravate her, I'm trying to annoy her. There's a difference. Alright, we're just going to. Where do we want to put it? Like right. Oh, jeez. Stop that. Like right kind of like that would probably be like perfect. So we are going to have to rasterize the image. Thank you. Now we just get rid of all that gobbledygook. Let's see. We're almost there. If I was better at art, we'd be able to shitpost a bit better. Because there's an art to shitposting properly, okay? There's an art to it. Sending her to Dairy Queen is a good idea. Because she used to work at Dairy Queen and she hated that shit. And I remember one of the stories she talks about is how she had a crush on a dude she used to work with in Dairy Queen. And when she tried to make her move, it turned the dude misunderstood and it's not working. It's not working. I'm about to throw my the dude misunderstood and apparently was already in a relationship. So after she made her move, he started asking for her for advice or something on what he should do with his girl. And it's so cringe in like the best way. It's awesome. I don't really. It's been a while since I heard the story. She doesn't talk about it like super often. But what should the caption be? Something like got fired for Dairy Queen for eating Twinks or something. I don't know. She likes talking about murdering twinks and whatnot, twink death and whatnot, etc., etc. I like listening to her talk about how she likes submissive men because it's really funny to listen to how she just wants to kind of murder them, figuratively speaking. I think it's funny. She's like she's delightfully weird to me. Delightfully weird. Remember, the joke is this took us effort. Right there. We don't care that it cuts off the logo because remember, she's wearing the fanny behind the counter. There we go. What are we doing with our lives? It looks awful. I can't believe I'm gonna post. I don't even want to post this. It's so stupid. Smug Junie 2. There. I'll post these in Twitter in a minute. Alright, now that we're done with the shit post. I'll get rid of it. Okay. The shit post is sticking around. Okay. Oh, my fucking hands are popping like fucking bubble wrap. What the fuck? Oh. Do I really want to post this? Is kind of the thing. Am I comfortable posting this mess? I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of anxious about that. You feel me? Kinda anxious about it. I don't want to do that and then have people be like, it's weird. And I know I should be more confident in myself, but it's like, if I can get the color here right. If I can get the color here correct, I'll consider it. Mm. Mm. Yeah, this should do. Export single layer, export as a PNG. I'm gonna call this primary. Primary. Okay. I'm just gonna call that that. That's Smug Junie. I don't really know what else to do to it. Yeah. So let's set aside the drawing tablet for a second here. So I gotta do some typing. So we're about to do some shit posting. Oh boy. All right. Blue Sky and Twitter, or Shitter if you prefer. Grabbing something real fast. Do. What do you mean chat's not available right now? Fuck does that even mean? Chat's not available right now. Whip. here. Stop using my primary account. Sheesh. What's Junie's art tag? I don't even remember. I think it's like Jupy art or something. Let's do some research. Juniper. All right, fan art tag is Jupy art, so we're just doing that, I guess. Fuck it. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Pray I don't get my PP slapped. It's probably gonna get slapped kind of hard. Here's what we're going to do. POV, you went to get Dairy Queen. I don't know. It's so bad. We're gonna multi-post this. Also hashtag GPR. POV, you got fired from Dairy Queen. I don't know. What would be something funny I could say? Oh, for eating, I don't know. Just eating customers. I'm not that funny. I don't know why people think I'm funny. I'm not funny. I wish I was funny. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to post it. Bruh. I'm so nervous. I'm like, am I gonna post it? Are people gonna look at it and like, damn, that's cringe? Bruh. Man. Hobbs, are you there? Do you have anything funny? What could I say for the Golden Corral one? Fuck. You went to the dark side? Could do that. Could do that. Could do that. Yeah. We'll just do that. No. POV. You found a weird moth at Dairy Queen. POV, you got fired from Dairy Queen for eating customers. And then we'll just post the original. I'm making something like this. Thoughts/pointers. Yeah. All for the best. Expecto the worsto. And we're doing the same in Blue Sky, I guess, because I don't know. Why do we do anything? Grab this. Moving over here. Grab that. Bitch. Wine. Moan. No, don't. I'm double posting. I'm sorry. Golden Corral here. What's that there? There, and post all. And there you go. I've slammed my dick in the car door, and whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna call it here because I'm tired. That's all I really wanted to do today. I'm gonna work on the inspiration for the next thing that we're going to make, and hopefully that'll go better than this did. So yeah, thank you for joining me. If in fact you're still there, my name's been Brandier. I'm gonna try and fix sound alerts because that shit fucking